go get them again.
Welcome back to another unboxing first impression video on my channel. Today we are delving into the brand of Frédéric Malle, and yes, it's Desert Gems time. Yes, my second bottle of my collection, not the last. I bought another one. This one right here called The Moon from Frédéric Malle. I can't wait. Now, to correct myself, this is not an unboxing nor first impression. So what am I doing today? Well, we're going to remind myself, because I've sampled this one back in the day and the box itself is gone because I did it the right way. I don't buy these Desert Gems full retail. So what do? I go in Facebook groups. I got a guy actually that does the Desert Gems for me. He splits them. So I get 50% of the juice and I don't have to spend mega dollars on these fragrances. So this was one of the fragrances that was stored in my purgatory, which is on the other side of the camera, which you don't want to see that, where all my scents that need to be unboxed are located. The ones that I get from Facebook groups that I get split and stuff like that, I get rid of the boxes to just clear because I got like a lot of things to unbox. The things that are sealed will stay sealed. I'm not going to touch them. But this one, of course, I bought it on the marketplace, so I removed the box to make some room. This was a partial I bought with Promise, actually. So Promise is right here. So now we are on to my second Desert Gems bottle in my collection. I've smelt them all. They've all been sampled except for Promise. Promise did not get sampled. That was a blind buy. This was not. This was a calculated buy. So it was not a first impression, but I do have a video on this fragrance that I sampled this one back in 2023. So a few years back, I smelt this, and where you can find that video, and it's a full testing on my channel. It was almost 2 years to this day. I went to go see when I published that. It was in late April that I published that video in 2023. And every samples does get a score. So if you haven't seen that video and you kind of want to know the score, pause the video now because I'm going to give you the score. I gave it a 10 back in 2023 on my channel back then. So I haven't smelled this fragrance since then. I haven't worn it since then. It's just been collecting dust. And again, some people say, well, how do you do that? Well, the collection that I have a YouTube channel, so I'm always delving into new stuff. I don't get kind of tempted with the stuff I buy. Like, look at this stuff. It's been here since, well, you can see the proof in the pudding. Go check out videos that were like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago. These boxes up here are still there. Still sealed. I have to unbox all the stuff over there first. So it just kind of gives you the proof of the pudding, even though there's some of these that I would want to unbox right now. So if you're new to this channel, welcome to the Robesway channel. I'm your host, Mark. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like button. Much appreciated. I am not a sponsored guy, so I don't get free bottles. You know, I'm one of those that will delve into one of these and then I'm going to delve into a designer fragrance that's like 10 bucks. I'll do indie, I'll do niche, I'll do women's aisle, men's aisle, whatever. So you're going to see a lot of that on my channel, and unboxings and sampling samples are a big part of my channel right now. So we're going to see if this holds that 10. I'm assuming it does. I really do like this Desert Gems line. And to my returnees, welcome back. A lot of you may have seen the sampling samples, so much love to all of you. And let's delve into the Moon again, and finally I could put in the collection. Now that it went from purgatory to desk, now to back here. It's going to go join the rest of my Frédéric Malle collection. Now, Promise has a friend. And we're going to have another friend coming up. I don't know which one's next. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I do have another Desert Gems that is on my desk right now. I just don't know which one it is because I got a couple of them. So let's get into the note breakdown. Let's take a look at the release date, all that good stuff, the nose, pricing, all that. So let's take a look at the note breakdown first. Big note breakdown. At the top, we got raspberry, lychee, saffron, blackberry, and raspberry. So lots of fruits. From what I remember, the lychee and the raspberry are pretty big in this opening. In the middle, we got more red berries, rose, red currant, olibanum, incense, and violet. And in the base, we have oud, leather, amber, patchouli, sandalwood, cypriol, and cedar. This was released back in 2019. The nose is Julien Reskinet, his debut for the brand of Frédéric Malle. So I think I said in my video when I sampled this, as I said, it was his coming out party. It was like, you are now one of ours, like one of the noses that kind of graduated. I'm very much, I am, but I'm not, but I'm surprised that nobody snatched Julien up. I really think that he would do well as an in-house perfumier. And I think one of the big brands should snatch him up. I mentioned it way back when. I thought that when Creed sold, they should have snatched Julien for their nose. Unfortunately, that never happened. But that was my thought process. But he would go well with any brand. Now let's take a look at pricing. This is not a cheap little guy. This one retails for $920 USD right now. It's rarely at discounters, but it does show its face from time to time, and you can find it for approximately $500 to $700, give or take, which discounter you go to. At time of shoot today, I was looking at the big discounters in the US, Canada. None of them have it in stock, but some of the websites had it in stock back in the day. So you just have to be patient. You got to do your research, and you got to have that $500 to $700 available when it does show up, and buy it, because a lot of people are in the market for it, and they will wait if they can save themselves $400 or $500 on a fragrance. That's a big savings. So this thing is very popular at discounters. So let's put it on strip first, and then we'll put it on skim. If I remember correctly, this is a beast of a fragrance. I'm looking forward to finally adding this to my channel. I'm just going to do one spray on the strip for now. Oh, the fruity notes come out, and the oud comes out at the same time, right? So it has that Middle Eastern feel, but very fruity. And the fruity notes kind of hit you in the face a little bit, kind of like a raspberry would hit you in Tuscan leather. Like you got that brooming darkness of Tuscan leather where the leather is coming out, but you got that fruity punch that really intermingles really well. I'm not comparing this to Tuscan leather. A lot of people would slap me for comparing this to Tuscan leather, but as far as the imagery or the correlation of fruity notes with darker notes, I think is bang on for somebody that's just kind of getting started in fragrances. That's a good reference point. But right away, this thing brings me to Middle Eastern perfumery, and it's the oud. The oud has that growl to it. Really beautifully done. Yeah. Now, looking at the note breakdown, your eyes may gravitate to going, oh, there's rose in this fragrance, there's oud in this fragrance, and there's saffron. So, oh, this is your typical rose, oud, saffron combo, and there's maybe a little bit more as there in the note breakdown. And I just said it's like very Middle Eastern, like. You'd have a point, but not really. It's a lot more than just that. I would not classify it as your typical rose, oud, saffron combo. Honestly, raspberry starts us off. It's hard to miss. It's primary up top. This is paired with the lychee. The lychee sets it apart with just another raspberry dark scent. It has like a red and pink kind of hue to it. It does have sweetness, but also has sour touches as well. It balances out here, being kind of like dense, like fermented kind of fruit, to at times being kind of thinned, because the darker notes are coming out in the back end as well. So that storm is creeping right on that piece of paper. Now we're just going to do 3 sprays of this because it's, $10 a spray. And I don't have the full 100 ml because I split it. So I got like about half. Oof. Yeah. And the storm, like it's already, like on my skin, it's already dark. It creeps up on you and you're getting a lot of the medley of the dark pieces. Incense starts me off. That's the first one that hit me right now. Mild smoke. And then it kind of goes into an herbal kind of shisha raspberry kind of flavored idea to some. And I could see that like kind of like a tobacco, because there's herbal tendencies here. The saffron. Oh, there's like cumin like feel to this. And I remember saying that in the sampling samples. Yeah. And the oud is the backbone. There's a little bit of rose here as well. This opening is smoked raspberry shisha with light spices and herbs, some oud, some rose, not too much of that, leather, incense. Complexity's there, the balance is there. A 10. Off the strip, 10. No, very happy with this purchase. And again, like I got, obviously I didn't get a full 100 mil. I got like 50 mil of this 100 mil bottle. We'll say maybe a little bit more. I don't remember how much he decanted, but he usually is pretty good that he'll be like 80% or less full, right? I don't remember. This was a couple of years back that I bought the Moon and Promise. But it's nice to have these two in the collection now. Maybe a little late, of course, now that it's spring. I'm not going to be wearing it much, but I'm looking forward to fall. I got my Desert Gems, and I got a couple more coming up here on the channel. But the Moon did not disappoint. From the sampling samples to now today to have the bottle, happy with this one. Now that you heard my take, I'd love to see yours in the comments below. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? Pricing is always a factor in these reviews in the comment section. People say not worth the price, whatever. For me, it's a really good perfume. Like, forget the price. But as far as the price point, it is what it is. It's a luxury product. I've smelt my fair share of $1,000 fragrances that are not worth another sniff. So, yeah, I like this one. Yeah, and at the end of the day, a great pour fragrance will make a lasting impression. Choose your scent wisely. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.